Hey guys, how's it going? So I've bought all this gear here, some carving wax, some injection wax, some silicone moulding gear and some investment powder, and I'm going to make a guard for a dagger. I built this dagger in October last year, October 21. So this video is a continuation of that video. I'll put the link down below. I'll maybe stick up a card there in the left hand corner or the right hand corner or something. But let's get this guard made anyway. I put it to one side, this dagger, because I couldn't decide what to do, and then I just over time I thought I'm going to carve, so I want to carve something, so I'm going to carve a bull's skull, for instance, because it means various things in various different cultures, a bull, so it'd be quite cool. And the horns could be part of the guard, then they could be part of the arms of the Quillians. So I set to with my carving wax. Well, that's the carving wax, and I cut a slab off the side, so they could get kind of 2 attempts at this. I've never carved wax. Well, I have carved wax before, that's a lie, but it was probably 15-20 years ago last time I carved some wax. But I've never carved anything this intricate really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start carving here, and then I'm going to bring you back when I have carved the bull's skull, because I mean I filmed this video and I just witter on too much. So there is the skull I carved basically, which is hollowed out in the back, and you can see the Damascus through the eyes, which is something else I wanted. And I made that little horn there out of the injection wax, and I put those spirals on, and when I'd done it I just didn't like it. It looked really cheesy and garbage. And then I was looking at the skull thinking, I don't know whether I really want that or not. And then I had in mind some kind of demon skull. I had all kinds of ideas when I first started thinking about carving this, so I then thought I'm going to do some kind of demon devil skull. I'm going to carve that, and I'm going to compare the two and see which one I like the best. Well, the idea for carving it in wax is so that I can reproduce another one in wax and then put the two back to back on the knife, so it only have to carve one then and they'll both be identical. Well, I melted some of the injection wax here and carved out this kind of demon, well, human demon stroke slash skull. I kind of like that better at the moment than the other one. Obviously that's a little bit thick, so what I'm going to do is slice a lump off the back of it to make it thinner, approximately the same thickness as the other skull, probably about there. I'll actually get away with it being a little bit wider, I think, because the handle will really balance the two out when they go together. I think the reason I'm not quite happy with the bull skull is because I've had to change the proportions of it. I've had to make it a bit wider and not as long, so I don't like it as much. I'm almost there with the shape I want. I will then cut it through on the saw, and I will then start putting all the little details in. Again, this injection wax has been really handy because I have messed up a couple of times here. I've took a little bit too much off. The trouble is when you're carving, if anyone's done any carving, you may know, if you're doing something like a face, you kind of work on it in 2 halves there. So what you do, you start carving one side and you get a little bit carried away on that side when you're carving. What you're meant to do is take some off that side, some off this side, some off that side, some off that side. So you're meant to carve both sides together, because when you've carved in a lot of detail here like that, it's then very, very difficult to replicate it on this side. It just becomes so much harder. So if you take a gouge out of there, take a gouge out of there, you've got to actually carve each side at the same time. So again, this is made purely out of that injection wax. I didn't bother cutting up the blue carving wax, and again this has been handy because I've just been melting more bits on where I've messed up. I need to just add a little blob for the nose. I've just taken a little bit too much off on the nose, so I want to just reinstate that nose bone, then I can carve it back and I can cut the hole in there for the nostril. So that's about it for now, guys. By the way, YouTube Makers event at the NEC in Birmingham this weekend, 30th and the 1st of May. Now I am going to go this year. I'm going to go and have a look. So I'll be going on the Sunday. We can maybe all meet up and have a chat, go and have a coffee or something, I don't know. We can fix up a rendezvous. And to everyone else, if you think I should use the skull A or skull B, I don't know guys, you please leave a comment and let me know which one you think would look the best. This one is going to have horns as well. It's not going to have them horns, obviously. I'm going to do a different horn style on this, so I'm not going to put the flutes on this one. I'm going to do a broader one, which is more of a kind of contoured shape. The horn will be, and it will come down, but it'll have more contours in it than just a purely round horn. So it'll be broader, narrower, and then I'll put some texturing onto it, which will actually look better, I think. So I've probably got another 3-4 hours on this. I just get carried away. I just love doing this sort of thing. It's been a long time since I did any carving, so yeah, I'm kind of really enjoying it. So leave us a comment guys, what do you think, that or that? And if you're going to the Makers Weekend at the NEC in Birmingham this weekend, leave us a comment below and hopefully we can all meet up and have a laugh. Okay guys, thanks to my patrons. See you in the next video where I've got this skull done and we'll do a comparison, see how they look. Bye for now. To my patrons, I have sent out 3 of the scalpels now as rewards. I've just contacted 2 of you, so if you could just check your messages guys and pick a knife and I will get them sent out to you. Okay, cheers.